Okay, good job, everyone getting on time. Thank you. So before we get into things, some mechanical things to go over. So first of all, for inspiration, everyone put 3/3. So you each have 3 points of inspiration using our new system, being relatively high level characters. I forgot Miradar can create food and water, so I think we're gonna skip worrying about tracking rations and that sort of
I was
thing.
gonna ask about that.
Yeah, I thought about it a little bit more, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. What are we gonna do about a ship watch schedule and rotating piloting duties?
Remind me how the mechanics work with spell.
Yeah. So for spellcasters, the first 4 hours, you can pilot, and it just saps your magical potential. And then for the next 4 hours, and then for non-spellcasters, you get a level of exhaustion at the end of the shift, of a 4-hour shift.
And then how long does a spellcaster have to wait before they can pilot again?
8 hours, long rest.
4 hours, 8 hours, 4 hours. Okay.
Right. And you don't all have to have piloting detail, like we did in the White Star game if you don't want to. It's up to you guys.
I asked you all those questions like it would help me determine a piloting schedule, but
how about why don't we
Renee,
did you come up with the last one for White Star?
Sam and I did together. We spent a good chunk of time figuring that one
Yeah,
out.
we were trying to figure out. We finally came to the conclusion that we needed to work on 28-hour days to make it work with our crazy number of people.
And that's the only reason why we stuck with rock and roll, because Sam and I did not want to deal with 24.
I tried like alternating and cycling and shifting around, and it was just way too complicated, and it still didn't work out.
Yeah, it's complex.
So I guess the first question is anybody not going to be on piloting detail?
I don't know. I'm fine going on piloting detail. If there's like any weird mechanics, things I have to do, I'll just need a rundown of it, since like I am not in the game with piloting stuff. So
yeah,
I'm willing to learn if I have to do anything weird, but it's just me like being in there.
I can just sit in the chair.
I'm not a magic person, but if necessary.
Mogmoth is the only one with
spell jamming proficiency.
Yeah, so I guess plug Mogmoth in every 8 hours. Although, well, maybe every 12 hours.
Yeah.
Give Mogmoth
can do Mogmoth things
time.
for 4 hours a day.
Yeah, gotta have some time.
Doing Mogmoth things.
Or you could just make him pilot every 8 hours, and he will do that.
Yeah.
Boys!
Yeah.
Mogmoth
sleeps and Mogmoth flies.
I've been piloting for a week straight. Miradar, can I have some food?
Oh my god. That's amazing. Okay, well, Sam and Renee, can we give you guys that task to work on for the next game?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, cool. And then third thing I wanted to go over, in case you hadn't figured it out from the first game when Gloornil almost was completely unmade at least twice, maybe 3 times. It's kind of funny how the zeitgeist in D&D is that character death is much more likely at low levels, because that's exactly opposite of the way that I usually run things, which is at higher levels, character death is more likely because you're dealing with like catastrophically dangerous shit. So yeah, I that occurred to me to make sure to mention. And I think especially in this game, death is not necessarily the worst thing that can happen to your character. So maybe it gets transmutated into some other substance or creature, or in some other way has some mechanic where the character is no longer effective. Basically, maybe it gets reverted to a 5-year-old. Those sorts of things are all on the table. So just FYI, that's the deal. Yeah. So that's that. I just want to share that philosophical construct with you guys. Any questions? Anything before we get started?
I forgot that, as I want to do with this new character with lots of things, I forgot that there's some stuff I could do. So like the inspiring leader feat I completely forgot about. Can we assume that I'm doing that at some point, like before, like most days that I'm doing the like granting temporary hit points for
Oh, sure.
people
So what
for
is
the
that?
inspiring
What's
leader
that?
feat. I just have to give like a 10-minute like pep talk to everyone, and they get a bunch of temporary hit points.
That's right. That's right.
You'll show up.
What's the duration on that?
Just they can't gain the benefit of it again until they take a short rest, but I think they last until they get knocked off. Yeah, it doesn't mention a duration. It
Cool.
just says they can't gain them again until they've taken a rest.
So I am going to propose that if you know you're headed into something, to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to balance it by saying it is not going to take 10 minutes, but I want to hear what Miradar has to say to build people up each time.
Perfect. I'm very okay with that.
Awesome. Yeah, totally, Lizzie. The one game that I watched that had the inspiring leader feat, it was always just like so disappointing. It was just like, okay, you guys, we're gonna not get killed this time.
You get about 2 minutes in, you're like, never mind. If I die, I die.
Yeah,
10
I'm
minutes
getting
is an awfully long time.
Can I get a number crunch, Abdul? Yeah, I'm getting 32.33. Repeating myself, chance of survival. Oh, that's a lot better than we usually do.
Oh my god. Okay, great. Anything else to go over before we start? Okay, who would like to recap?
We fought toothpaste.
Fought toothpaste.
Hot toothpaste.
Short
Excellent.
version.
Super short version. Short. I can give them a little more detail if you want a slightly more detailed than
Was
that.
I not good enough for you?
Yeah.
I mean, fought toothpaste is fine of a recap for me.
I'm sure literally nothing else happened in the game. That was just it.
On every level.
Toothpaste
of
ate
shit.
nail at that.
Gloornil almost got discorporated a couple of times.
While fighting
ship-
toothpaste.
Yeah, and the ship got damaged a bunch of times too.
Miradar.
Some by the
Fighting-
toothpaste, some
Fighting
by
has
Morgan.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We established who's willing to kill whom and who's willing to save whom.
That is accurate.
Yeah, like really rapidly.
Yeah, Frida definitely stabbed Gloornil, and someone nearly stabbed Miradar. and Miradar wanted to save Mogmoth.
We established that when Morgan talks from their lab, Will has to turn his camera off.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Voice from the lab. Oh, I also just remembered Will mentioned it last time, but there's that ritual that Morgan knows, the telepathic bond. When
Yes, I can create.
Will mentioned
Yeah.
it last time.
I can allow. I think it's up to 5 or 6 creatures to communicate telepathically.
But I think they need to share a language. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
Common, I
Cool.
assume, counts.
great. Okay, great. Thanks for the recap. Fought toothpaste. So you guys are on the Dolazal, headed towards the second piece of the portal. Cruising through space. You think it's only a couple of sleep cycles away. And you see in the distance this relatively large water body, maybe the size of a small moon or a very, very large asteroid. That's spherical. You can tell it has the typical blue sheen. There's the lights around here. There's not like a really clear fire body that's creating a light source, but you see that on the surface of the water sphere, there's some kind of bioluminescence going on. And then as you approach a little bit closer, you see what looks like some kind of built structures made out of wood or something similar, floating on the surface of the water. So it looks like a little floating village. And so I think you guys were deliberating stopping in air replenishment plus minus to talk to the natives.
Yeah, we should definitely go by for a stop off to refresh our air,
Yeah, I think we decided to
just
stop
in case.
there.
We don't want to run out of air on the way to the next piece.
I can always look for things to experiment on.
Okay, so you guys head down towards the water body. You feel the air envelope surround you, and you get a nice, refreshing breath of clean sea air. And yeah, looking down at this little establishment, it looks like probably 30 or 40 little wooden-ish square buildings just kind of floating on the surface of the water, attached with a variety of like planks and docks and whatnot. You don't see any vessels, any either fishing ships or spelljamming ships. If you guys want to stop off at the settlement, you can stop and have a chat, or now that you've replenished your air pocket, you can just take off.
I mean, what are
Is there
the
anything
chances
we
they can
need?
actually give us information about where we're going?
I don't even.
All right.
Does
good.
anyone here travel? I don't even see any ships anywhere.
We
I
gonna
don't know how
freak
much
people
they-
out if we show up in a ship from the sky?
This kind of a ship, no less.
You guys, well, Miradar would know, having and Morgan as well, having traveled through the border Far Realm for some time before shacking up with his crew. Yeah, basically the way that people get from point A to point B is spelljamming vessels. So pretty much anything that has any trade or any interaction with other creatures that are intelligent is going to get there via spelljamming ships. So you guys want to pull in and check it out?
Should we try and find more information about this place we're going to, or do we want to just be on our way and it sans information?
You said the magic word, information.
I'm just gonna shut the door to the lab.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we can give it a wee bit of time. But if we take too long,
All right.
Okay, you guys come into land. So the Nautilus is not really well designed for landing. It's intended to be a spacefaring vessel. More importantly, there's like a couple of holes in the hull, which means that you would sink pretty much immediately upon landing on the water. So you're gonna have to have it like hovering above one of the docks and have people like jumping out.
Mogmoth can attempt this.
Okay, great.
I'll
Yeah,
head down with you.
I'd say not even a roll needed, Mogmoth. You're a pretty experienced pilot. So you're able to hold it steady. So Miradar is going to hop down. Who else?
Oh, I'm definitely going.
Nobody.
It is
I'll
hard.
hop down.
I got
Come
to
here,
I'm
dog.
not really
I-
good. Is there an option to not jump? Because jumping
Yeah.
is not really my outweight.
Oh yeah, no, jumping is definitely not. Unless you can get
I'll
someone
catch you.
Unless you can get someone to levitate you, Frida, you got to see the rest of your crew hopping off, and you can delegate.
I'm telekinetic. Can I help her down?
Using what?
A person's too heavy for mage hand, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 10 pounds.
I do have a Tensor's floating disc.
Okay.
That can support someone up to 500 pounds. That can support a weight up to
Yep.
500 pounds, but it disappears if it moves. Oh no, wait, that's 15 feet.
You've also got telekinesis prepared, so you can just telekinesis her down if you wanted.
Okay, then I'll do that. Yeah,
Okay.
She wants to go.
Are you gonna explain any of this, or are you just gonna be like, okay, Captain, and just like pick her up?
That's really tempting, Eric.
I mean, what's Morgan's wisdom? Like, they're not really that worldly. They're just brainiacs, right?
Morgan's also nice. So
Fair.
like they're a people person. Like
Yeah.
okay, wisdom is not negative, but it's flat.
There you go.
So I'm gonna say, Frida, I can help you down with my magic. I know this requires a lot of trust on your part, but I promise you won't feel a thing. This is just my mind helping you down.
You know, we were here, then you just kept talking.
So is
Alright, but if you
that
drop me,
I will not drop you. Pinky promise?
I just
Okay.
continue flaring.
Morgan, give me a Arcana check.
Okay.
You're gonna drown in this water planet.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh, so what's your total?
28.
28. Frida, this is like floating on a cloud. Like it's better. This is better than walking. If you could just do this all the time, like it even like supports your leg so that your leg doesn't have any pressure on it and doesn't hurt. As Morgan grabs you with their mind and brings you off the deck onto the dock.
Alright. This is mighty impressive, Morgan.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys, the four of you are on the dock, and you see, I'm going to use the word humanoid loosely, coming out of one of the buildings. It's got a huge horizontal eye on top of this thin skeletal body and these little feathery wings emerging from its shoulders. It comes out of the one of the buildings. You see a couple more of these things elsewhere in this little floating village. As you're walking along the kind of dock, you realize that what you're walking on is not wood. It's like it's brown in color, but it's like spongy. It's almost like moss. So one of these creatures comes out of one of the buildings and walks within about 20 feet of you. And you see, all of you get an image of a star field flash in your mind, and then an image of your ship flash in your mind, and then an image of the village flash in your mind.
Wow.
And then you get an image of what looks like a cross between a pig and an anteater flash in your mind.
Mogmoth is going to put the ship on autopilot and come onto the deck so he can
Okay.
see what's going on.
Okay, yeah. Mogmoth, yeah, you're looking down and seeing this interaction. Yeah, you're also getting these flashes in your mind. And so you're like, what are these pictures coming from? You get another flash of that pig anteater thing in your mind.
What is that?
Hello?
Oh,
Is this how
yeah.
you speak?
You get a flash of something that looks like a purple carrot in your mind. And then you get a series of flashing images that are all like kind of food-like items, like animals or vegetables that you think you could eat.
Oh, I think they're
It's-
giving us a trading menu.
Do you need food? We have our own food. Are you saying you need food?
2 of those creatures for yes, 1 for no.
So you guys are saying, as you're saying, Morgan, give me a perception or an insight check on these things.
Insider perception.
Yes.
Oh god, those are both flat on me. That's a 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, you guys are trying to verbalize to these creatures, and you continue to get these flashes of, and then they start going on repeat. So like you get through like probably 20 images of animal-like things or plant-like things, and then it like resets.
Can I think like in my own mind of like some food object that like maybe we would have eaten or on our ship, but like not something that they have? Like they have flash through, but like a different like space cow, whatever we got.
Yeah. You guys have like nuts or something in your rations, so you flash on some nuts, and then you get that same image projected back to you, and then you get another image of another plant type thing.
Can I flash like an image of like one of us eating those?
Yes. They so not the one that's in front of you, another one of the creatures goes into a building and comes out momentarily, and it's carrying in its hands some of the plant things that it comes out and presents them to you, Gloornil.
Can I grab one and like sniff it a little bit? Does it smell weird?
Yeah, sure. It totally smells weird.
Okay. I'm gonna take like a small little nibble of it.
Okay. I mean, it tastes like a little bit strange, but it also seems palatable. But Gloornil has also like eaten poisonous mushrooms and survived, so Gloornil's probably not the best. Yeah.
I scrolled to double check my poison resistance, so yeah, I'm good. I will try anything.
So yeah, you're like, this is totally edible. And then after you take the bite, you get now flashed the image of the nuts in your mind.
Do we have the telepathic thing with our group set up right now from Morgan?
Yeah,
or no?
I think that's fair to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say, can I like relay back to Morgan, like, hey, can you toss down some nuts?
You mean Mogmoth?
Mogmoth.
Or Mogmoth. Whoever's still up on the ship. Sorry.
So many M's.
Mogmoth will duly go down to the ship and get some nuts, and
Okay.
then he just sort of stands on the deck with them, looking down at you guys, like,
Oh,
what do I do with these nuts?
I'll mage hand them. To us.
Okay. Okay. All right. You mage hand the nuts down. They're in like little sack. Gloornil, you take possession of them.
Mogmoth just brought handfuls of nuts.
Just
So the mage hand could hold a big handful of nuts.
So there's just these loose nuts floating in mage hands.
Name of the episode.
Incredible. Okay, where are you gonna mage hand the nuts to, Morgan?
I'm going to mage hand them and have them. I'm gonna down towards the group and have them hovering in front of Gloornil.
Okay. Yeah. So Gloornil, actually, there's one of these creatures just like right in front of you because they just handed you this fruit vegetable thing. So the nuts come down between them. You see a little purple beam of light emanate from this thing's iris onto one of the nuts, and it like disassembles the nut, and you see like little fragments of the nut float up into its eye.
Good trade. Can I, now that we've established friendship, can I, in my mind, think of, because we already have one piece of the portal, right?
You do, yes.
Can I think of like that piece with like a questioning air?
Yeah, so Gloornil finishes the transaction. They like take possession of the nuts. They give you the rest of the fruit objects.
I'm just munching on mine that I had. Just casually like an apple. I'm sure you don't eat these like an apple, but I am.
They take the nuts, and they similarly like telekinetically move them on, and like a couple of the other creatures take possession of them. So Frida, you create an image of the piece of the portal that you have in your mind, and it flashes back a picture of an asteroid. At the top, it's kind of a craggy mountainous asteroid. At the top of a spire, there's some kind of building or construction there, and you see a line of about 5 people that are floating up this trail towards this building.
Okay.
Immediately thereafter, it flashes the same scene without the people, but instead a handful of creatures floating around that look like this.
Can I is that flashing to all of us, or can I telepathically share these images?
It's going to all of you.
Cool,
Yep.
cool, cool.
How
Oh
big is
my.
that creature relative to us?
That's a good question. It's probably like medium-sized dog size. And then it flashes another picture of the same scene and people coming down from that building with basically a Tensor's floating disk loaded up with a variety of material.
I think I understand.
Oh, well, by all means, share with the rest of us.
Okay. I think if we go to this asteroid and get the stuff that we're seeing these people get and give it to them, then they'll either give us a piece of the portal or they'll tell us where to find it. These are barterers, clearly.
I thought we knew where to find it.
Yeah, the map that Morgan has is it's a pretty rough sketch. So
Gotcha.
you guys have an approximate location, but you're not entirely sure. But if the map is accurate, yeah, it's still another sleep cycle to your supposed destination.
Okay.
And do we know, if our supposed destination is this asteroid? Are we able to tell what it is, or are we just?
It's not
marks the
indicated
spot
on the
in
map.
space?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah, exactly. It's like an X marks the spot without a description of what's there.
Cool.
And the people floating up, were they human? Were they some kind of other
Oh,
creature?
that's a good question. They were you, Miradar and Morgan have both encountered. There are these mutated humans which inhabit a large part of the Border Far realm, and it looked like these mutated humans.
Can I think of that place that they just put into our heads, and then the piece of the portal, and then kind of can I imagine that going into that place they're just talking about? Be is it in there?
Yeah, right. They show you basically a zoomed out version of the asteroid, and they show you a ship of a design that none of you recognize, and they see that ship going towards the asteroid and then leaving the asteroid. So this is in 3 flashes, but you never see the portal.
They have. I'm just gonna flash the ship that's left.
Yeah, they flash a scene of that ship landing at the village here, very much like you did, and then flash a series of scenes of trading food and whatnot with these mutant humans. But again, no illustration, no image of the portal piece at all.
Mogmoth is gonna picture a very zoomed out, what their little island place looks like,
Yep.
and what this asteroid looks like, and
Yep.
then a ship sort of
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you were able to Mogmoth, they flash that. So you try to picture this, and of course it's not exactly accurate, and so they catch on, and then they flash back an accurate depiction of the area of space between this water body and that asteroid. So even without the map, you can get there pretty reliably. And yeah, it's about a day's light cycle away.
And do we all do that too?
Yes, all these whatever they receive, they send out to everyone.
Well, that doesn't look so bad. Do we want to just go ahead and do that? Get some of that stuff and bring it back?
Everything's always worse than it looks like, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't still go there.
Well, that was really inspiring.
We get those 10 HP points now?
Yes. Yes, that is your inspiring speech.
how many hit points do we lose?
How many 10 hit points do they get?
16 temporary hit points.
Amazing.
It's my level plus my. I think it's 16. I'm pretty sure it's level plus charisma. Yeah, level plus charisma, so 16.
Do you also get those?
I do.
Nice.
He's a big enough person to admit that they are inspiring to themselves.
That was not the way I pictured an amazing, inspiring speech, but I'll take it.
Okay, are you guys going to try to get any more information out of these eyeball people?
So you think we're going to get one of them buckets and bring it back, and they're going to tell us what, and it will in no way be a miscommunication.
I'm sure if there's any miscommunication, we can sort it all out.
This is going to be just like the baby Groot scene in Guardians 2, where he just keeps on bringing a different thing back. And it's like, is this what you want? Is this what you want?
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the fin.
He hates cats. Not just on you, on anybody.
My head looks too small. Got a thumb? What a funny movie.
We just watched that movie like last week.
Yeah. Because we're getting Sam for the Marvel movies. But anyways. Well, if it turns out this place is the same place that the map is bringing us to, we can always look first before we come back.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys pile back on the ship. Gloornil, did you
Morgan
share?
Just like levitate all of us back up?
Yeah. Gloornil, did you share any of those, or were you just like munching away during this whole conversation?
I think I was casually munching on the one that I initially like ate, and then I just got like
Okay.
what was it, like a sack of the other ones, and I'll offer one to like anyone else want some.
Yeah. Anybody want to try alien fruit?
Absolutely.
And then all the stuff Miradar's been summoning for us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it might be
Morgan,
nice to have some variety.
it tastes edible. It's fine.
Hmm.
Okay, you guys get back on course. Mogmoth, you've got a clear idea of where you're going. You head out along the flows. Everybody gets a good rest. So for approach to the asteroid, do you want to have Gloornil piloting and having one level of exhaustion so that everybody has their spell slots up? Or do you want to have Mogmoth piloting and sacrificing leveled spells?
Let's see. So wait, do we have who is a spellcaster? Like,
does it have to be
everyone but Gloornil.
I am a warlock, so I recover my spells with a short rest.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay.
So if you want us to pilot there, and then I can hang out, or we can all hang out, and then get on the asteroid.
French.
Unless things attack us right away.
Yeah.
Also, didn't we talk for like 5 minutes about how Eldritch Blast kind of makes up for everything else?
It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Still nice to have your spell slots, but
Yeah, it is nice to have spell slots.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, great. You guys head to the asteroid Mogmoth is piloting. You get several hundred miles away, and Mogmoth, you're in the pilot seat, so you're fine. Where's everybody else? Are you guys all on the bridge as you're kind of approaching this thing?
Yeah,
okay.
Probably.
You all, the default gravity plane of the nautiloid cuts off, and all of you four who are not in the chair start drifting.
Is there anything I can grab hold of?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Miradar, you reach out and grab something to stabilize yourself.
So,
what is going on?
Morgan, you know exactly what's going on. You have entered a null gravity area. You've encountered this before in the Border Far Realm. It's a zone where no gravity effects happen. So ship gravity cuts out. and there's nothing like holding any objects to a surface.
We must have entered a null gravity area.
Okay.
There's
How
nothing.
long do these usually last?
Is it like a space thing or a time thing? Is it going to go away, or do we need to move out of it?
Give me an Arcana check, Morgan. And do this with advantage because you're pretty bright about these specific effects.
A total of 24.
24. Okay. So you know that there is an interaction between gravity, space, and time. So in an area with no gravity, you would expect time to pass more slowly. And in terms of these effects, they could be through time or through space or some combination thereof. One that is this large that you're like as Mogmoth is continuing to guide the ship towards the asteroid, one that is this large you would expect to persist for a fairly long period of time.
Like ballpark figure, how long?
I mean, maybe a couple hundred years.
Gotcha. It could last. Well, let's see. Based on the size and to the degree to which we have already started floating, I would say it would last somewhere around 200 years, give or take a few decades.
Okay, so we're not waiting it out. Good to know.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, again, time does pass more slowly without area of null gravity. So you might not age as much.
Well,
yeah.
Well, the thing about null gravity is that time passes more slowly. So I'm not saying we wouldn't feel it.
So we have to spend 200 years in slow motion here.
Well, we don't have to do anything. We can keep going.
Let's do that.
Okay, Mogmoth, you're able to. So the subspace flow is fine. Like that's not. You don't even know anything that there's a problem. You're just. But when you approach the asteroid and enter its air envelope, normally at that point the larger body exerts its gravity, and you have to like kind of glide the ship down. That does not happen. So you enter the air envelope of this asteroid. You guys see, so it looks exactly like the image that the eye thing showed you. There's this large built structure at the top of basically a spire. There's nowhere to land up there. There is, however, an open field kind of at the base of it, and you can see a trail going up the side of this spire to this building. But yeah, Mogmoth, as you come in, like there's no gravity pulling the ship down. So you just kind of like pause it basically. And yeah, everyone else, you guys are just like hanging on to parts of the ship at this point. You're just floating.
And did we follow the map? Does this match where the map took us?
Yes, this is exactly where, well, again, approximately where you think that they should be.
So can I use one of my spells to maybe like get some semblance of gravity back onto the ship?
What do you want to do?
Let's see.
Eldritch Blast.
I don't have that.
While we're floating, Miradar is going to make sure, just in case gravity suddenly reasserts itself, that she's not like floating over the edge of a balcony or something. Like I don't want to be over the edge of a balcony and suddenly gravity comes back and now I'm hanging from the balcony.
Does the surface look like it has like handholds or anything like that?
It's like a craggy kind of rocky surface. So yeah, you think that if you're able to get in contact with it and grab on, there's like handholds that you can probably use to propel yourself along the ground. Morgan, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I don't have any gravity spells that don't do damage, so I'm going to table that idea.
So on that Arcana check that you got before with this effect, so all of your gravity spells assume normal gravity. If there is no gravity, your gravity spells might like balance out basically and not necessarily create so much gravity that it does damage, but enough gravity that you get some kind of effect.
Okay, then I'll try magnify gravity.
Okay, great. How are you going to use this? So this is a 10-foot radius sphere. You're on the bridge.
Who am I close to?
Gloornil's right next to you.
Okay, I guess I'll cast it around myself. And so that, and oh wait, I'll warn Gloornil. Gloornil, I'm gonna try and get us down.
All right.
Just get ready for boots to be on the ground.
Can we hear
I'll
that?
try to position
Are the
myself
rest
as
of
best
us
as
in this room?
possible.
Yeah, you guys are all on the deck. You all hear this.
You guys.
Perhaps we should wait till we're on the surface of the asteroid.
You guys, you're like hovering at this point. Like, Mogmoth has gotten you as close as they can.
There.
Yeah, so you're like the ship's like
jump 100
the ship's
feet.
just like hanging out about 10 feet above the surface of the asteroid.
Easy jump.
Okay.
So you're gonna where are you gonna center this exactly?
Right where I am, like
where on you?
Oh no.
That's a good question. I know I'm on the bridge because we're all on the bridge.
Yep.
But Art. Hey, what?
Yeah.
Well, okay. If we're gonna go ahead and get out, then
yeah, you can probably like kick off. It's not easy moving in this zero gravity environment for sure. But if you want to try to kick off and go through the door that the oozes disappeared, you could probably make that happen.
Okay. Because I was thinking I would center it on the surface so that we can try and get down safely.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
All right. So I'll kick off.
Okay.
I'll kick off to the door where I'll tell the others, come with me. I think I can get us down safely.
Okay. Give me everyone give me an acrobatics check with disadvantage, except for Morgan. You've actually been in 0G before. Everybody else, acrobatics with disadvantage, trying to get to an open door.
I don't suppose I could use athletics.
Nope.
All right.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
3.
3. Nice. 6. Gloornil.
16.
16. Okay. And then Morgan, what'd you get?
Oh, I thought you said I didn't roll.
You just roll flat, no disadvantage.
Okay. That's a 15 total.
Okay, wow. So yeah, Morgan, Gloornil, and Mogmoth, you guys kind of kick off, make it through the door, no problem. Frida and Miradar, you guys kind of hit the door at the same time and like bounce off of each other and go ricocheting around the bridge. Eventually, like grab on handholds and grapple yourself down, but definitely felt a little bit ridiculous. Trying to navigate in 0G.
Sorry.
So you guys are all out on the deck. At this point, you're all like holding on to the deck rail because you get the impression that if you just kicked off, you would just go sailing forever.
Let's
all right.
be
So what's the
very
plan?
careful here.
Okay. Actually, would magnify gravity be the best thing to use?
Okay, I'll bring up. I have a magic item that maybe affects gravity. I've got my ring of density, which makes it heavier. Like the physics part of like my Sara brain is saying that like making something heavier does no good whatsoever. Like if there's no gravity at all, but I can throw that out there just in case we can make that work with the wonky space physics we got going on here. And potentially, if you've got something that does manage to create some gravity, this could possibly like help with that as well if necessary. So
Do people know about Gloornil's ring?
Do we?
I don't know.
I was gonna say Miradar almost certainly doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
You guys haven't really
Miradar's
been
into his
like
pickup.
through. Yeah, like the oozes were the first thing that really like threatened the ship and you all. So if they haven't, if you didn't use it in that, they probably haven't seen it, so they don't know Gloornil.
Okay.
So if you want to say all that in character, feel free to.
I mean, okay, just out like, would he have any reason to like keep it secret? Would he be like a secretive person about something like that?
That's up to you. That's fine.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, dwarves,
Okay.
Dwarves are pretty, xenophobic, but however you want to play it.
Tripping my stuff. It's a direct solution to the problem, and you'll help out. I'll bring it up. Say, if you're worried about the gravity, I don't know if this will help or not, but I can make stuff heavier. So any bit of gravity we've got going, I might be able to help anchor us. I'll kind of like hold up my ring.
So Morgan, you actually have a spell that's very similar, and you know that spell would not do anything in this circumstance without something else to cause the gravity.
Trust me, Gloornil, that wouldn't work. Not in this situation.
Thought I'd bring it up.
The ship's pretty heavy.
Person.
The ship's pretty heavy, and it seems to be kind of floating.
The only reason I haven't cast it already.
Makes sense.
Okay, Morgan. So what's the plan here? You got everybody out on the ship. Everybody's holding on to the deck rail. You guys can see the building, and since you're all on the deck rail, like Mogmoth, if you want to test out your like grabbing the ground theory, you could probably like kick off the ship here and hit the ground pretty successfully.
Just don't bounce.
Just don't bounce.
Mogmoth, if you want to try that, I can help anchor you to the ground if it doesn't work. I'll just cast Magnify Gravity where Mogmoth is.
Mogmoth's the most valuable person on this team.
I'll
can
head down. I'll head down.
Thank
Don't
you
worry
for
about it.
saying so, Frida.
Just don't let me go flying off into space, please.
I won't.
Okay.
I won't. I'll telekinesis.
And Miradar's gonna try and like reach down and grab hold of the ground.
Okay.
That's fine.
Great. Give me just a flat acrobatics. The ground is a pretty hard target to miss.
Well, I rolled another 3.
That's
That's
not a good roll.
Of 0.
So
Did I miss the
Miradar
ground?
kicks off and he hits the ground and is like, or she hits the ground, is like scrabbling, trying to grab whatever rocks and kind of starts to skitter off. Morgan, you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'll magnify gravity so
Okay,
that Miradar can stay on the ground.
Where exactly are you doing magnify gravity in relationship to where Miradar is?
How far off of the ground is Miradar right now?
She just skips off like 3 feet or so. Like you're like, oh shit, I got to do something.
Okay, a couple of okay, I'll cast it a couple of feet above her.
Above.
Oh,
Above
all
it.
right.
Okay. All right, Morgan. Morgan, you see Miradar bounce off. You cast magnify gravity right above her, and it creates this dense drawing. Sucking a point of gravity, and boom, she just launches up about 50 feet and is headed towards outer space.
Morgan!
We should have tied a rope to her.
Whoops, wrong. Telekinesis.
Okay.
Do I just hit a wall of telekinesis?
Yeah, give me our Arcana check on that one, Morgan.
Well, it's been fun playing with the
Crap, I rolled a 3. That's a total of 11.
Yeah, so just into the
That's a
telekinesis.
total of
Yeah, so Miradar, you splat into this like invisible force as Morgan just like frantically is casting the spell to grab you before you go sailing off.
How much falling damage do I take for falling upwards?
Falling upwards, you take 3 points of damage.
Ow!
Sorry, I did it wrong.
I said not into space. That was the wrong direction.
Okay, I've never really done anything like this with living creatures, so sorry.
All right, Morgan, where are you going to bring Miradar to?
I'm gonna bring her. I'm gonna bring her to a handhold on the ship.
Okay, great.
Something that I know that she can grab onto.
Okay, so mark off those spell slots. Okay, Miradar, you made it back. You definitely saw your life flash before your eyes as you were like just gonna be hurled out into the empty darkness.
Morgan, my friend, please be more careful. Can you get me down there the correct direction this time? Whatever you did to like bring me back here, can you just push me down the rest of the way there and not squash me, please?
Yeah, that worked a little bit better, so why don't we just do that again?
Okay, so just using telekinesis?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, using telekinesis, you take Miradar down and push her against the ground. Miradar, now that you're not moving fast or whatnot, you can get some pretty good grips on some rocks that you think it'll still be, a little bit touch and go, but it'll be pretty low DCs to try to crawl or to basically pull yourself along the ground here.
Okay, that is the plan. Miradar is like hugging the ground.
Yeah, you've got
especially after that last experience.
Some good finger grips in there. So yeah, Morgan, you could just move that around to everybody else if you wanted to just telekinesis everyone down to the ground there.
Yep.
Okay. The ship is it's just like hovering there more or less, and you don't think it'll drift anywhere, but it wouldn't take much to just like shove it, and it just goes off into nothingness.
Can we
tie that thing down
to the ship?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah. you find a big old rock. You tie the ship down. So now it's not just going to casually float away.
Non-weighed anchor.
Right.
Will only very intentionally float away.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's only if someone came up and undid it and then threw it away. Yep.
Well, I mean, Erik would never have someone steal our ship. That's just...
That would be so mean. Who would do that?
Wow, Renee, you're not bitter at all, are you?
Okay, so you guys are now on the ground. You've got good finger holds. You see the trail leading up to this building. You can make your way kind of crawling along the ground here in spite of the 0G.
All right. Stick close to each other, everybody. Don't get too far ahead.
What is the party order?
I guess Miradar will be in the front since she came down first.
Great.
And
I can sit close to the front too since I'm pretty tanky.
I will go in the middle.
Yeah. Let's put Mogmoth and Morgan in the middle.
Okay.
Or is it easier for Morgan to be in the back to see everybody? I don't know how.
just in case someone starts to float.
Yeah.
So Morgan all the way in the back, and then Mogmoth in the middle, and then Frida near Mogmoth.
Yeah, I'll be in between Mogmoth and Morgan.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay, you guys crawl your way along the ground, and Miradar and Gloornil, you're looking up every now and then, but you're really trying to keep a good eye on the ground. And as you get fairly close to the start of the trail, which is pretty steep as it goes up, you look around and you spot some creatures, and they look like this. And as they spot you, they are similarly floating. Like, they also seem to not have control over gravity or what they're able to do. But as one of them spots you, you see a distortion in the air, and it seems to pull the creature against the ground, like it made its own little gravity well. Roll initiative.
Who all is within 10 feet of me? Because you all get a bonus to your initiative.
I mean, if you're in the very, very
plus
front,
4.
probably just Gloornil and Mogmoth, right?
Yeah, so 10 feet of Miradar is going to be Gloornil and Mogmoth.
Did
so
we
y'all get
or
you
did
both get
we
plus
not
4.
rest prior to disembarking?
You did rest,
Oh,
yes.
thank goodness.
Does the temporary hit points that we got when we were
I'm letting those roll. Yeah.
What's our bonus from Miradar?
4 plus 4.
Since that was such an inspiring speech.
So inspiring.
Really touched.
So inspiring.
Really.
Okay. Speedy group. Okay, so top of the initiative order, Mogmoth, you spot 8 of these things more or less surrounding you. They've kind of crawled up from like cracks and behind rocks and whatnot. As you guys saw in the little eye creatures vision, they're like kind of medium-sized dog, like a 30-40 kilogram dog size. They've got these weird eyes on the sides of their heads, and except for one of them, they're all right now just kind of floating like aimlessly, more or less in your guys' direction. So, Mogmoth, what would you like to do?
First, can I do insight to see how aggressive these things seem?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, 9.
9. Yeah, they're aberrations. They're coming towards you. It's difficult to know if they want pettings or if they want to eat you.
Probably eat me. Okay, I am going to Eldritch Blast the nearest one.
Okay.
23.
That hits.
All right. And I do... How many D10 was I doing last time? 3D10? 2D10?
You get 3 attacks.
Oh, yeah.
Each one is a
Each one's
D10,
its
but
own
you just
attack.
get separate. Yep.
12. And...
Damage?
Yeah.
Nice.
12 damage. Yeah, I have
Okay.
Agonizing Blast.
Oh, yeah. We went over this last time.
The next
okay.
one hits. It's a 19 on the die. Oh yeah,
Yep.
what does he do when I Eldritch Blast him? Sorry.
Yeah, when you Eldritch Blast him, it hits and scores along it. The creature kind of like makes this like kind of irritated, angry sound. You definitely injured it.
Does he retreat at all?
Well, he's floating in 0G, so he's not really able to turn around as far as you can tell.
Fair. Okay. I will Eldritch Blast another one, and I got a 19 on the die.
Okay.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
And I will Eldritch Blast one more of them.
Okay.
That is 19 total.
That hits.
For 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, so you scatter Eldritch Blast kind of all over, hitting these things, scoring them. If they were not pissed off before, they are now. Any movement, Mogmoth?
Nope.
Okay.
Scared to leave Morgan.
Okay, Gloornil.
I'm guessing, are any of them within like my range or like where I could get to like melee range with them?
One of them is the one that's kind of up and to the left. I'll ping it for you on Roll20. That one is just at 30 feet. So you have 2 options. You could kick off, right, and use your momentum to close that distance. That's going to be an acrobatics check to not go off target. Or you can slowly crawl, and then it's going to be difficult terrain. And in that case, you will not be able to reach it this round.
I don't see anything on Roll20.
Yeah, I was going to say, nothing's on Roll20.
Oh, yeah. I put you guys on the wrong set because I didn't want you logging in and seeing what was going on before I...
I was very scared. I was like, oh no, what have I done?
Yep. Yeah, can you guys see that now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a thing coming out at us, so I would like to rage and then launch myself towards the thing and attack it.
Okay, great. Go ahead and give me your acrobatics check.
Acrobatics check. Oh. 11. 11.
Okay. Not the worst in the world, but you're going to go a little bit off course. You kick off and you end up a little bit below where the creature is.
Okay. Can I still reach him then, or am I
You
going to have
cannot,
to-
unless you do a ranged weapon, which you're not sure what is going to happen if you use a ranged weapon in 0G.
Yeah, I'm curious to find out though. It's another javelin, so I'm going to chuck another one of my javelins at him.
Okay,
Let's
great.
lose another javelin.
Yep.
Okay, roll with disadvantage on this. You're kind of clinging to the rock and you're tossing this thing.
15.
15. Okay, yeah. You hurl the javelin and it sticks in the side of this thing.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
6 damage. That is going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
5 points of piercing damage. All right, you nail the thing. It kind of cries out, obviously having been injured.
Yeah. And then I think I
oh.
have a second attack. Can I use my second attack?
Oh yeah, sure. You want to throw?
Okay.
Do you have another?
Yeah,
lance?
I've got like 3 javelins left, so I'm gonna
Okay.
get down to 1 javelin left.
Great.
And,
We
chuck
can keep
this
them.
thing.
Okay, roll with disadvantage.
That is that wasn't good. That was a 3 plus 6, so a 9.
9. Give me a 1d6, please.
Just one. Oh, I was gonna say, I'm still rolling damage, but yeah.
Nope.
It's a 1.
A 1. Okay. It sticks in the ground next to the thing,
Okay.
so it does not go sailing off into space. Frida.
Okay. Are the squares on the map each 5 feet?
Correct.
Cool. Then right here. Oh wait, no,
Yep.
not that one. I want this one. Actually. Now that I think about it. Closer. Just a little bit. It's 5 feet out of range, so I'm just gonna kind of like side shuffle my way just a little bit to like probably like right here.
Okay, I think I gave you control over your icon, so move it where you want to go.
Okay, I would like to go like right here.
Okay, you can do that, no problem.
Sweet. And then I'm going to cast Shatter right there.
Ooh, okay, great.
And so
What
they
is
have
that?
to make a everything in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point. So those 2 little dudes.
Yep.
Let's make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. One of them made it, one of them failed. So is this damage?
Yes. So they will take as soon as I find enough. Go. On a failed save, they'll take the full thing, and on a success, they'll take half of this.
Okay, right. Roll it.
So I rolled insanely good. I rolled 3d8. I rolled an 8, an 8, and a 7.
Nice.
Oh,
So that
Very
is
nice.
23
So
So
points.
23 points of
thunder
damage.
damage.
Nice.
For the on the failed save, and half as much for on the successful guy.
Okay, great. Yeah, though, especially the one that failed, you just rip into this thing. You see bits of flesh flying off of it. It's heavily damaged. Any bonus actions?
Oh right, I forgot that I'm not a sorcerer. I'm casting spells, and I'm being like, oh, like that. Sorry. No, I can't do anything because I cast the full spell, not a cantrip.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, unless you have a bonus action thing.
I don't.
Okay, Morgan,
how big is each square?
5 feet.
5 feet. Okay. I'll cast Firebolt at this one. That's a 16 just from the roll.
Okay, great. Roll your damage.
So 13 fire damage.
13 fire damage to that one. Okay, great. You nail it. It burns into it. Okay. Anything else?
I'll move up like right here.
Okay,
Like be a little bit closer to the group.
like next to Mogmoth.
Yeah, kind of in that space, like catty corner to Mogmoth, like right here.
Okay, great. And that was just one firebolt. Do you have multiple?
Do
No,
I?
Firebolt just does one.
Just one. Okay,
It does one, but the damage scales, whereas Eldritch Blast, the shots scale, but the damage doesn't.
got it. Okay,
Yep. Yeah,
Okay,
because that's how we
got
did
it.
it last time.
okay. Miradar.
Miradar is in no rush to go jumping off like Gloornil did, not after what happened last time. So she's gonna crawl her way off to the right so I can move at what, like half speed?
Yep.
She like goes crawling off over and it's like, get over here where I can reach you, and fires off a firebolt as well.
Okay, great.
At which one took the biggest hit? Like which one was the one that got like really squashed by that shatter?
Yeah, this one got really squashed.
Okay, so she's just gonna firebolt that one.
Okay. You're gonna. I should have meant you guys are rolling all of your attacks with disadvantage.
Oh yeah, because prone.
Because you're prone and it's like 0G, and you're like, I'm trying to orient and.
Well, I rolled a 3 and a 5, so I don't think my plus 8 is going to help too much.
Okay, burning bolt of fire goes off.
And
okay,
that one's the one coming from the dragon mark. So like her eye scar lights up as she shoots off fireballs.
Cool. Okay, so here's what happens. So the first thing that happens is you notice that on the ones that you have injured, it's almost like time goes backwards, and the wounds that you have inflicted at least partially heal. So they regenerate.
That's rude. That's all I'm gonna say.
So that's the first thing that happens, is that they heal. Okay, the next thing that happens is that, so this one near Gloornil, it creates a little gravity well in front of it that pulls it into reach of you. And as it does so, you notice like you're in 0G and it's now in a higher gravity area, which means that time is passing more quickly for it. And you notice it's almost like you're in slow motion and this thing's hyper fast and it whips out and tries to bite you twice because it's moving so much faster than you are. And one hit, one miss. So Gloornil, you take 18 points of damage.
Cool.
So you're at 129. Yeah, this thing whips out and just rips pieces off of you.
Now it's in my range.
I mean, that's one way to look at it. This one does the same thing, creates this gravity well, moves up and attacks you. One of them hit. Another 18 points of damage, Gloornil. Down to 111. This one near Morgan spends all of its action getting up to you. Miradar, all of these swarm you, but do not have enough movement to attack. And then Frida, this one walks up as well. So yeah, they're creating these gravity wells that pull them in touch with the ground, and they're just like barreling over it to get to you all. Significantly healed and dealing out tons of damage when they hit. Back to the top, Mogmoth.
Can we see where we're trying to get to?
Yes, so you can see the trail here, and these are elevation on the sides here. These are 10-foot elevation changes. These orange lines. So you see the trail, and you can see the trail goes up fairly far to the entrance to the building. But you think that if you can get on the trail, you're not sure. You haven't seen these things in action, but they don't seem like they're really great at like alternate trajectories. So you think that it's unlikely that they'll be able to get at you from any direction other than the trail. So you could narrow their attack point down potentially if you can get on the trail and then get up to the building at least and get entrance to the building.
Gotcha. Okay. Since I am not at threat of opportunity attack from any of them, I'm going to take what little movement I can. And which is the most hurt looking one?
Probably one of this one that's attacking, one of these ones that's attacking Miradar.
All right, well, I will zappy zap them.
Okay, great. All three to one of them?
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I'll see if it goes down. I guess I don't
Right.
really want to waste one.
Fair enough.
16.
Okay, and these are all with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That hits.
Okay, that's 9 points of damage. Does he go
All
down?
right. You score it. It is not dead.
Okay. Oh, disadvantage. 20, non-natural 20.
Yep.
And that is for 6 damage.
Okay. It is heavily injured.
All right. Oh. 10. 10 doesn't hit, does it?
Does not.
Bummer. Okay.
All right. Mogmoth trying to get to safety and dealing some serious damage. Gloornil.
Yeah.
We're gonna see some moves.
Yeah. So this first one here in front of me, I'm going to swipe and attack at.
Great.
Disadvantage on all of them. That's gonna be 7 plus 10, 17.
That hits.
Yeah. So damage on that is 15 points of damage.
15. All right. Yeah. Your axe cuts into the thing, injures it pretty severely. It's still floundering around.
Okay, and then I'll do my second attack on that same one.
Great.
So that is 16.
That hits. These guys have an armor class of 15.
Sweet. 16 points of damage.
16. Man. Okay, Gloornil, whack. You hit this thing twice with your axe. The 0G not even affecting your ability to hit it, and you do some serious damage to the thing. It is still alive, but heavily injured.
Gotcha. Cool. I don't think there's anything I can do with it. Oh, is my spear, like, by it? Or
Yeah, it's right on the ground next to you.
I'm going to pick my spear up.
Okay. Object interaction, get your lance back.
Yeah, I now have 2 javelins again.
Awesome. Frida.
Okay. Quick hypothetical question. Do I think if I step right here, if I do that, if I step here, do I think I could throw my spear in a line to hit like these 3, maybe this 4th one? Like if I can angle it right, without hitting.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yes. So you can Yeah. You can absolutely hit those 3 in that line. If you want to try to clip the 4th, you can try that. It's going to be an Arcana check, or you're going to hit Miradar.
Well, I guess I'm going to hit Miradar, aren't
I? Awesome. Okay, what is this effect?
Renee is horrified by this, but yes. Oh, I'm gonna cast lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Awesome. Is
Yeah,
this off your
my
is this off your spear or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Give me an Arcana check.
Yep. Are checks at disadvantage as well?
Not right now.
I rolled a 21.
Ah! All right,
Nice.
you angle your spear just so. Miradar, you feel this crackle of electricity blast right by you, but it does not singe you.
So those
All right, go ahead and roll your damage for me.
Okay, they have to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 17, and I can go ahead and start rolling.
Yep, they all fail.
Wow.
That's why you all picked me to be your captain.
I was going to say, is that how it went? That's not. I
wasn't here for
I don't
it.
think there was a conversation about who was going to be captain.
There was. I wasn't part of it. Okay, so they all fail. So they all take. Hold on, I gotta roll again. 27 lightning damage.
27 lightning damage. Amazing. Tell us what this looks like, Frida. That is so cool.
Okay. So where am I? I can't see myself anymore on the little map. Where did I go? Oh, there I am. Okay. So there's this creature kind of right up on Frida's grill, so she kind of pushes back a little bit, and then as she's floating back that 10 feet into position, she'll grab her spear and then hand into a crack in the ground, and then just as she leans back and throw it starts crackling with electricity and like charges up while she's getting ready. And then as she throws it, a giant lightning bolt kind of like through the air. And
Nice.
just quick flash right through.
This one next to Miradar explodes, and you all hear a thump as its storage of gravity energy is released. Miradar, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry.
Perfect.
Deal with it.
I got an 11.
11. Okay, Miradar, you take 12 points of crushing damage. I guess it's bludgeoning. And you are forcibly shifted into that square as this gravity sucks you in and crushes part of your armor. All right, nice. Morgan.
And for a bonus action,
Yeah.
I'm just going to call the spear back into my hand.
Right,
wait.
yep, get your spear back.
Yeah.
Wait,
I like to
can I
imagine
cast?
Miradar was like, "Oh, that looks cool."
When I cast
the
lightning bolt,
gravity.
do I throw the spear or?
No,
does it
it's just
come out of the spear?
from the spear, yeah.
Gotcha. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm still going to pretend I'm throwing it, but instead a lightning bolt
Nice.
goes.
Lightning bolt arcs out. Sweet. Morgan.
Huh. Okay. I kind of wish I wasn't playing a caster for this, a wizard for the second time.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
All right. I'll just take care of the one in front of me first, and then I'll do what I really, really want to do next time if it's appropriate.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm gonna toss another firebolt at
Okay, great.
at the one in front of me.
All right, go ahead and roll disadvantage.
Oh wait. 15?
15 hits, that's their armor class.
5 plus 10 plus 6. So 21. 21 fire damage.
20 points of damage. Okay, great. Yeah, you hurl a firebolt at this thing right in front of you. It singes it badly. It's still gnashing at you with its huge mandible. Miradar.
All right. So Miradar is going to crawl one space back over to here.
Okay.
So he didn't leave the thing's range to provoke an attack.
Yep.
And then she's gonna say, "Get out of here!" and do Abjure the Extraplanar as the channel divinity, which is basically like a turn undead, but for aberrations.
Cool. Okay, what is that? A saving throw?
Yes, it is a wisdom save. DC
Okay.
16.
And what's the
And
range
it's
on that?
30 feet. So it should catch like all of the ones in the lower part of the map. That's why I shifted back over to catch the one by
got it.
Morgan.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, DC 16.
Success. They all made it.
Oh,
That is unfortunate.
They all failed their dex save for the lightning bolt, but they all 19, 18, 17, and 16.
And that is basically it. I think, yeah, she's just going to be like, well.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. This one here creates a little mini gravity well. And first of all, they stitch themselves back together. They rewind time.
completely or partially?
Partially.
Okay.
Yeah. They are still, the ones that are heavily injured are still fairly well injured. Okay, that one just closes. This one closes. Okay, these two activate their little gravity wells on themselves to get 2 attacks. Miss. This one on Frida. Miss. This one on Morgan. Hit 2 hits on Morgan. Morgan takes 36 points of damage.
Oh, that's not good. That's very bad. I can't cast shield, can I, as a reaction?
Absolutely. You can totally cast shield.
That, please.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you cast shield. This barrier of force comes in between you and both of them. Their jaws just hit off of it. They do not hit you that round.
Nice.
Whew.
Shield
Okay.
spell is so nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gloornil, 1 hit. Miss. 2 hit. Gloornil, 3 hits. I've gotten to the point where I can't do the math in my head. 54 points of damage to Gloornil.
Is that half because rage or no?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah. My last round should have been
totally.
halved as well. I forgot about that.
Yep. Well, we're not going to retcon the other thing.
Yeah,
so
that's fine. That's fine.
So yeah, only 27. That makes a huge difference. So Gloornil's down to 84. Not nearly as bad as it would have been. Okay. So that's on their turn. Back to the top, Mogmoth.
Mogmoth is going to continue his solo climb towards the trail.
Excellent. Go ahead and move it.
And what are the most hurt looking little fellas?
Gosh, these ones that are engaging Miradar look pretty beat up. I think this one on Miradar's far right is the most injured.
All right, Eldritch Blast for you, buddy.
Okay.
Oh, that's no good. That does not hit. More Eldritch Blast. That is a 1. And one more Eldritch Blast. 16. Yes.
That hits.
Okay, I'm going to roll my d10 this time for 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Okay, great. You sear into this thing, burning it badly.
You guys can thank me later. Oh, also, I'm going to cast Mage Armor if I haven't already. It
Yeah,
just boosts
definitely.
my AC. Yeah.
Yep. That takes you up to 16.
Yeah.
Miradar, what's your current hit points? I lost track of it at one point.
Mine, I'm still actually at, so assuming we haven't rested from last time, or like recovered hit points from last time, I'm at 96 hit points, and I've got 1 temporary hit point left.
Yep, cool.
Because most of my damage was eaten up by 10.
Yep, was that bonus. Okay, great. Okay, Mogmoth, that's it. Gloornil.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing an axe at the dude in front of me that I've been wailing on.
Okay, great.
That is. Oh, hold on, my cat's vomiting. That crap. I rolled and then I just moved it, so I do not remember what. I'm gonna have to re-roll here. I went to try to save things and I bumped it. Oh crap, nat 1. That's all.
Oh no, you blame Cass.
I think it would have hit the first time around, but I don't remember what they were. That's much better. 16 plus 10, so 26.
Definitely.
Where did my die go? There it is. That is 15 points of damage.
15. All right, axe gets buried in this thing, injuring it badly. You guys all notice something bizarre passes between these creatures, and it's almost like a large gravity well, but none of you are affected. It's almost like they're manipulating some other fundamental force of the universe besides gravity. Gloornil, that's your action.
Yep.
You're up.
I don't think I have any bonus.
You are going again. Initiative is reversing.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to hit the dude in front of me again then.
That was cool.
That's gonna be a 15. Or 16. Wait. Yeah,
Yep.
16.
That hits.
Going through this desk.
That's 12.
12 damage. That one is destroyed. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. Okay. I'm good at those. I want to roll well. That's a 10.
10. All right. It pulls you into the space that it left when it's died. It kind of released its burst of gravity energy, and you take 10 points of bludgeoning, halved to 5.
Okay, so that'll be, I'm at 79.
You have another attack?
Yes, I have another attack, and I also have, because I killed it, my Great Weapons Master means I get to use my bonus action to make a attack.
Oh.
So I should have another attack and then a bonus action attack, which I'm going to shift up and do on this dude.
Okay, great.
So first attack is an 18.
Hits.
That is 15 points of damage.
15, great.
And the other attack is 12.
That misses.
Okay.
Mogmoth.
Mogmoth is going to. I just realized he has cunning action, so he's actually going to move quite a lot more this time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2. And he will zappy zap some of those guys over by Miradar.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
This really injured one first.
Yeah, I miss. No, it doesn't hit. That one does not hit either. Gosh. 17 for that one. And that does 13 damage.
13, okay. Miradar, Constitution saving throw.
Haha. I mean, oh no.
That's a lot better. That's 19.
19, okay. You do not get sucked in. You only take 2 points of damage. Bad guys. Regenerate. Okay. Gloornil, this one tries to attack you. Misses. Miradar. Hits. Miradar.
I'm going to use my shifting plate mail to cast shield.
Ooh, okay. That misses. So your armor class is 24 now, I think?
Correct.
17 plus 25 is still going to hit. So only 1 hit instead of 3 for 18 points of damage.
I'll take that.
Down to 76. Morgan.
76 or 77?
I had you at 76, but 77 if that's what you got.
I think I still had like 1 temporary hit point to eat 1 of the damage earlier.
Got it.
I'm also
Okay, Morgan, 2 hits.
I'm also going to cast shield.
Shield. Okay. One of them still hits for 18 points of damage. So you're down to 55.
Yep.
And then Frida, this one on you, attacks, hits, and misses. So Frida, take 18 points of damage.
Okie
96. Okay, and we're continuing in reverse order. So next is Miradar.
All right, back off for real this time. And she casts Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So they need to make a, I think it's a wisdom save. It's a 15-foot radius.
15 foot. So those 3 that are adjacent to you.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to designate all of my allies this time as being safe. So not just the few.
Good plan.
Okay, keep fighting the
What's the DC?
It's a DC 16.
16. Okay. One of them makes it.
All right. The one that makes it takes, oh geez, that was pitiful damage. Well, that's 6 points of damage on a fail or 3 on a success. I rolled a 4, a 1, and a 1.
Oh. Okay, 6. That's nothing to sneeze at. Especially area effect stuff. Especially that doesn't require a to hit roll.
That is
okay, great. They get all beaten up.
And then I'm gonna scooch over one space.
Got it. Great. Morgan.
Morgan's dumbass is going to remember that they can cast Mage Armor too. After seeing Mogmoth do it.
So Mage Armor?
Mage Armor.
Okay. And then any movement?
Yes. They are going to move. Let's see. Is my max speed 30?
Yeah, it's difficult terrain unless you want to try to kick off and float.
No, I'd rather not. I'll just go up. I'll just go up here.
Okay. That is going to provoke an opportunity attack from that one.
Reconsidering.
I'll stay where I am for now.
Okay. You could just move 5 feet and just move right there if you want.
Would that provoke an opportunity?
Nope.
Okay, then. That's what I'll do.
Great. Okay. Frida.
I'm going to attack the one right in front of me.
Yep.
It might be 22. It is. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And so that will be 12 points of piercing damage.
12 points. Okay.
Mhm.
It is still up.
All right, I'm gonna hit it again. Good luck. Maybe 17 to hit.
Yep. You're dealing with disadvantage still?
Oh no, thank you. I'm so sorry. This is the first time I've actually attacked.
Ah.
It's been a spell. That with disadvantage, that was still higher. So
Okay.
I mean,
Great.
that was still the one. Yeah.
Yep.
Below one. So that is 17 points of piercing damage.
Oh man, this thing is so close to dead.
And can I go ahead instead of doing my third attack? Can I just use my bonus action attack on it instead, and then come back
Sure.
to my third attack?
Yeah.
Cool. So with disadvantage, 16 to hit.
That hits, and it is dead.
Excellent. And then
Give me your Constitution saving throw.
Is that with disadvantage?
No, that's regular.
Okay.
Is she within 10 feet of me? Because she gets a bonus if she is.
She is not, I don't think.
Just outside, I think.
22.
Yep. 22, no worries. Okay, you do not get sucked in. You only take 2 points of gravitonic crushing damage.
Excellent. And then I will move so we're at half speed, so I can't quite get to anyone. So
oh yeah, because you're lame.
Oh yeah, you've
Oh, sad day.
I'm a chill right there.
Okay.
And with my no. That's it.
Okay, Gloornil.
Yeah, I'm axing the little dog thing in front of me.
Okay.
For 13, I don't think that's gonna hit.
Nope.
And second attack is 19.
That hits.
Hit. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. All right, axe smashes into this thing that's regenerated pretty substantially, but you injure it again.
Nice.
Okay, Mogmoth.
All right. Mogmoth is going to... Ooh, who looks worse off? That guy with Gloornil or those guys with Miradar?
The ones with Miradar. Well, I don't know. No, they're pretty equivalent.
I'll just keep plugging away on those ones at Miradar.
Okay, great.
That will friend. All right. That one does not hit. Man. That one does not hit. Ooh, this one's got a chance. That one hits. Okay. For 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
Mogmoth doing his part.
Yep. And if you want to take a turn to not move and like wedge yourself, you like hook your feet into some rocks or something, you could do that and avoid the disadvantage in the future.
Yes, excellent. Mogmoth will do this.
Okay, that'll be your cunning action.
Yes.
Great. Bad guys.
So
Gloornil, you see that the exact same amount of damage that you just did, this thing heals up. Miradar, attack you.
Do they take the Spirit Guardians damage for starting their turn?
Yes.
It's a
thank you.
wisdom save.
Okay, so that one made it. That one also made it, but they take half damage, so you want to roll your damage.
I once again rolled 2 1s, but this time at least it's a 7 for the other one, so it's 9 halved.
So 9 total, halved to 4. That's not something.
Cutting back on the regeneration.
Yep, exactly. Okay, this one attacks you twice, miss, and hits. Miss, miss. So Miradar, 18 points of damage.
Ow.
Down 59. Morgan, this thing tries to hit you. Hits once. You have your mage armor on, but it's not good enough. Morgan, another 18 points of damage. Down to 37. And Gloornil, this thing tries to eat you. Miss and miss. Okay. Next to go is Miradar.
All right. Well, Miradar is going to try and get these things off of herself. So she's going to pull out her greatsword and start swinging.
Okay, great.
I'll swing at the one directly above her head.
Okay.
Being at disadvantage, not going to hit on the first swing. And definitely not going to hit on the second swing.
Oh. All right, just whiffing ahead these things. Morgan.
Let's see. Morgan is really sick of this thing trying to bite them.
Uh-huh.
So here's what they're gonna do. They are going to, let's see, what does more damage? Yeah, okay. It's 6 eyes time. And I'm going to cast it. Let's see, if I cast it right here, because it's a 20-foot radius fireball.
Oh.
Yeah, you can absolutely clip this thing without hurting yourself.
But you could put it here and hit all three.
Haven't I done
Everyone else?
Haven't I done that enough tonight?
All right, fireball, roll your damage.
All right. That's 6 plus 7 plus 5 plus 6.
All right, what's your total?
24.
24 fire damage.
Okay, great. Okay, you drop a fireball right behind this thing. The fire scorches it. It kind of scampers a little bit out of the way, so it doesn't take the full brunt of it. But it does take some damage.
Damn it.
Okay, Frida.
Okay, I'm going to move 10 feet right there.
Okay.
And I will attack the one directly above me.
Okay.
Disadvantage. I roll 15. What's her
Hits.
saving? So that is. I'm doing really good tonight. 19 points of damage. Piercing damage.
Holy crap.
And then I will, if it's still alive, attack it again.
It is still alive, yep.
Unfortunate. Oh, disadvantage. Oh, I rolled terribly. 14 to hit.
Just barely missed it.
Alas. And then third attack on it.
Okay.
16 to hit. That
Hits.
That is 16 points of piercing damage.
16. It is heavily injured, but still alive.
Cool. And then I'll do my bonus action, Butt of Spear attack.
Great.
So that is, I keep rolling. I've rolled a 4 on every single one of these attacks. So 15 to hit.
Wow.
To hit is plus 11. So
That's pretty crazy.
So that is a 1d4 for the butt end of the spear. And I do, hold on, let me just double check. I do believe I still hit or add my
I think you add your
hit
strength.
bonus. Yeah. So that is going to be, this is bludgeoning damage instead of piercing, and that is 11.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you come up, stab this thing, whack, crack it in the skull, little bits of its brain go splattering over, and it whoop, disappears in a collapse of gravitonic energy. Give me your Constitution saving throw.
Oh, right.
You do get a +4 to it this time because you're right next to me.
Yeah.
That is a 25.
A 20. 1.
Great. So you do not get sucked in, and you only take 2 points of crushing damage.
And that is Audrey Road.
Yeah, that's a pretty good turn. Gloornil.
Yeah. So I just remembered that I have a magic axe. I can do
Yes.
cool stuff.
Yes.
These things have blood, right? Or something adjacent enough for blood.
Yes, they have totally have ichor. Yep.
Yeah, so I would like to use my blood boiling. Since I have already hit this guy.
Yep.
And he needs to make a DC 16 con save.
Jesus. He makes it, but he's
darn, he still
take...
takes half damage.
Yep.
So let me use a lot of dice here. I gotta count up, so give me a moment.
That sounded like a lot of dice.
Yeah, 66.
66.
16 halved.
Okay,
so
great.
It takes 8. And it's okay, so clarification on the wording here. So it says I take half the damage dealt. So does that mean that I then take the 4
exactly
damage instead? Okay. And then does that get affected by my rage?
That does not, because it's not bludgeoning, piercing, etc.
Okay.
So what does this look like as Gloornil triggers? Like there's some ichor dripping on your axe as you trigger this power.
I like to imagine things sort of like glow with the heat of a forge and just
nice. And it boils off of your axe, and you see steam rising from this thing, and it writhes and screams in pain. Great. Well, I think that's a bonus action, right? So
yeah, it is a bonus action. I was just hoping it would die, and then I could go,
Oh yeah.
But no.
Nope.
I had a real epic moment in my head of like boiling and then charging off to the others.
Yep.
But,
you also have reckless attack.
I do have reckless attack.
Which would cancel out the disadvantage that you're getting.
I use that. I keep also forgetting I have that.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that. Make a reckless attack.
Okay, so yeah, first attack is made just flat.
That is going to be a 23.
All right, that definitely hits it.
That is 17 points of damage.
17. All right, you slash into this thing. It's pretty injured, but it's still kicking.
Okay, and then for that reckless attack, for my second attack, do I also get to do that, or is it just first one?
No, that's just a regular disadvantage.
Okay, yep. 14.
Just barely missed.
Darn it.
Okay, that's Gloornil. Mogmoth.
From his remote rocky outcropping, he will attack the.
He's got his toes dug in. He's got his sitting back.
He's got his little goat eyes and his goat horns, and he's like, "Yeah,
nice.
I'm for it." And he's going to attack the one by Morgan.
Okay.
That one hits for 5 damage.
Okay.
That one hits for 8 damage.
Okay.
And that one does not hit at all.
Okay. All right. 2 Eldritch Blasts burst into this thing, injuring it. It's definitely injured.
For now.
For now. Yeah, not for long. Bad guys go. Their tissues re-knit. There's a lot fewer of them now, though. Start off with 7 of these things.
Whittling them down slowly.
Yep. Okay, and then Spirit Guardians makes his save. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I finally rolled decently, at least. That's 17 points of damage.
17. Nice. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty legit. Okay, but he still takes that. Okay, Gloornil, this one's going to try to bite you. And it has advantage because of your reckless attack, right? Yep.
Yeah, it's supposed to be dead by now, but you know.
That one hits. And that one hits. For 36 halves to 18. So you're at 57, Gloornil.
Thank you.
Man, these things are just cheering into Gloornil.
I know. I'm getting like angry, and I'm like hoping to go into like a double rage at some point here. Like, I just get extra mad.
I think you do have frenzy.
Well, I have to say that at the beginning of my rage, and I should have. And
got it. Okay. Okay, Morgan, this one on you tries to bite you, miss, and a hit for another 18 points of damage. Morgan's down to 19. And Miradar, this one on you, miss. All right, Miradar.
Miradar is very concerned for poor Morgan over there. They're taking tons of damage, so she's actually gonna cast. Let's see, I believe it's lesser restoration. Yeah, no, that's a touch. Never mind. She's gonna cast life transference.
Oh, what does that do?
It hurts me a bit. We'll see how badly. So life transference, I end up taking 4d8 necrotic.
Whoa.
But
Whoa.
you heal for double that.
Ah!
I hope you don't roll all 8s.
I rolled a 6, a 7, a 2, and a 4. So what's
19.
the total? Okay, so I take 19 necrotic, and you heal for 38.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was
So you see
epic.
the sort of like pulls some inner life energy out of Miradar and sends it into Morgan.
That changed
Wow.
my plans, but I'm not
That was
complaining.
amazing.
That was
Thank you.
amazing. So
That was
Frida,
awesome.
Frida, have you at 73? Morgan's at 57 now.
I'm back up to max.
That's super cool.
And I am
Hey.
down to 38.
There.
38. Jesus.
I believe so. Well, yeah, because 19 sucked a good bit out of me there.
Wow.
I rolled pretty
Um,
high on my die.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, well, yeah, you reached out but yeah, so what does this look like, Miradar, as you're casting this spell? Again, you guys have never seen any of these effects from each other.
Yeah, you see this sort of just like for a moment, it looks like she just for a moment it kind of reverts, but it looks like she just like ages herself for just a
Oh.
moment as she like kind of shrivels for a second before kind of returning to normal. But in that moment, she like draws the power out of herself and the life, literally life out of herself, and
Wow.
then sends a beam of light over to Morgan, and they
Ah.
heal up.
Yeah, Morgan, you feel all these wounds and whatnot knitting themselves on you, and you're feeling pretty energetic in terms of health. It's your action, Morgan.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Inspired and pumped up by that, Morgan is going to cast Gravity Sinkhole,
Nice.
where they had just cast the fireball. So that's
Fireball?
about
Great.
20-foot radius. And that is okay.
All right, that creature fails its saving throw.
Okay. That's 5d10 force damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
1 moment, please.
Need more dice.
You're not wrong.
Is the music coming through?
Yes.
Okay. Is it volume okay?
Yeah.
A little loud.
A little loud?
Teensy bit loud, but on the whole, it's
Forget
not
it. It's gonna
totally
go.
drowning us out. So
Yeah, it's a little loud on my end too, so trying to figure out how to use this voice meter thing.
All right. 9 plus 3 plus 7. Total of 23.
23 points of damage. Okay.
Oh no, wait, that's 5. That's 5. 30. 34 damage.
Nice.
That was exactly enough. You create this gravity sink, and the creature kind of tries scrambling, and it gets sucked into it. its gravity well adds to your spell's gravity well, and it extends the effects out to catch everyone in this little grouping to the south here. So everybody give me Morgan, Frida, and Miradar, give me a Constitution saving throw, please. DC 12.
Pass.
Pass.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Okay. All right, Miradar, you are full on sucked like 30 feet towards this thing. You take 20 points of damage.
Oh shit.
Morgan and Frida, you each take 10.
Oh, right, yeah, damage. Busy be like, oh, here, no.
Okay, Frida, what are you at now?
63.
63. Okay, I lost track of someone somewhere. And then Miradar, give me a dexterity saving throw as you're hurled through space. You are scrabbling desperately
Oh, that's
on
like
the
the scariest
rocks.
part of any space movie where they're just
9.
like flying away and they gotta.
Miradar, you are not expecting whatever the hell just happened to you. You were like fighting this thing, using your great sword, and suddenly you're just sucked across 50 feet of space by this gravity sink, and you scrabble and you lose grip on the rocks and start drifting away into space.
Morgan!
I'll do it again.
Frida.
Well, I can't do anything about that. I'm going to. Let's see, attack or spell. Spell or attack, spell or attack, spell. I will attack with my spirit.
Okay.
Disadvantage. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
17 piercing damage.
17. All right, you stab into this thing, seriously injuring it. It's still twitching.
Cool. I'll attack it again.
Okay.
Not gonna hit. I will attack it third time. That's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That is 13 piercing damage.
Okay. It is on its absolute last leg.
And I'll do the reverse that end of fear again.
Okay.
Disadvantage. Oh, that'll definitely hit. 29 to hit.
Wow.
And so that is
It is dead.
dead.
Nice.
You're getting good at this stab butt thing with these little
Hey.
creatures.
If you learn one form and you perfect that one form,
Frida, give me a Constitution saving throw.
that is right. That's 4, sadly. 13.
13 is not good enough. You get sucked 5 feet into its space and take 8 points of damage.
Okie dokie.
Gloornil. Actually, any movement? Sorry, any movement, Frida? Now that everything's good around you.
Oh, right. I should probably do that. I will, like, I have 10 feet, so I'm just going to move closer to
Okay.
Morgan. I can't help with Miradar, but I will at least be there for the emotional support that I can provide.
Great. Okay, Gloornil.
Yeah. So I checked because Sam made a comment that for the reckless attack, it is all of my attacks. I just have to announce it on the first one.
Sorry, say that again.
I was saying for reckless attacks, I should be able to use that advantage on all of my attacks. I just have to announce it on the first one.
Oh, you just
Sam made a
decide
comment, so
on
I
your
double-checked.
first attack.
Yeah,
I see.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again because I want
Sure.
this thing dead
Why
already.
not? Yeah.
That is a 16 for the first one.
Hits.
That's really good. That is 17 points of damage.
17. All right, you, man, do a huge amount of damage with your axe, carve into this thing. It's still alive, but not by much.
Better die this time. That's 13.
Just barely a miss.
Have rage the other way. Yeah, no. Can I just setting up for next time. I can use my movement to kind of shift around this thing to not get out of his range, but like put me close.
Yeah, you can move anywhere adjacent to it for sure.
Are there still other dog things down there? I don't see them on the screen.
No, this is the only one.
Oh, okay. I'm just over here fighting my own little. Okay, yeah. Then I'm just gonna stay.
Yeah, you're just having your own little
I'm
fight
gonna
off
get
on
ready
the
to go
side.
attack the others. I've been waiting to dramatically finish this off and swoop in, but no.
Okay, Mogmoth, you spot Miradar drifting away. There's only one of these little creatures left.
Does Morgan look like they have their eyes on this Miradar situation?
Yes, Morgan is acutely aware, I think.
Okay, Mogmoth is gonna fire off 3 Eldritch Blasts at the remaining dog toad.
Great.
That one hits for 8.
Dead.
Woo! Alright.
Gloornil,
Okay,
give me a
I have
Constitution
that.
saving throw.
Oh, crud.
Gloornil in his pride.
Running away. That's gonna be a 9. I have that. I yell as I then get sucked in.
It pulls you in, and some of your armor gets crushed. 8 damage halved to 4. Okay, Mogmoth, yeah, you wasted the last opponent you can spot.
Alright. Mogmoth will just sit tight, waiting for his buddies to catch up.
Okay, we're going to continue to cycle initiative because Miradar is going to continue to drift off on her action. So bad guys are all dead. Miradar, any action? You're not far off the ground at this point. You're probably only about 10 feet off the ground.
Oh, okay, only like 10 feet off the ground. All right, we're gonna. Miradar is like, Morgan, you get me down from here, and is gonna just take a breath, try and remain calm, and use some of her lay on hands to heal herself a bit.
Great.
Like hugging
So
herself
I'm gonna
as she floats away.
I'm gonna do 20 points of lay on hands.
Okay, so back up to 58.
Oh, was I that high? I had myself at 18.
Okay, yeah, I've been losing track. So you're at
So that should put me at 38.
38. Okay, great. Okay, you fly up another about 20 feet. Morgan.
Okay. Morgan's gonna use their last. Oh, I have enough for a telekinesis.
Oh, I was scared. I was like, oh.
No. I have enough. I've been very careful. I'm a
You can
conservative
also
player in
upcast,
everything.
like, even if you don't have any level 1 slots, you can still cast level 1 spells.
I
You
know,
just
but
upcast
we've had
them.
Fireball and
That's true. There's been, yeah.
Wait, that.
Been a lot of spells.
Telekinesis is actually level 5.
Yeah, telekinesis is pretty high level. But yeah, like Sam is saying, you could use a 2nd or 3rd level spell for 1st level gravity, magnify gravity.
Okay.
So you do know, having played around with this a little bit now, Morgan, telekinesis is definitely the most likely, best, safest way to grab Miradar, but you also know that if you increase gravity below Miradar, it'll at least hurl her towards the ground.
Okay. And remind me how falling damage works.
it's 1
Don't worry about
6%.
it. Don't worry
It's
about
fine.
it. It's not much. It's not very much.
Okay, I'll upcast.
I'm not that high.
30 feet, right?
Right.
All right, I'll upcast magnify gravity with. Let's see. Would a 2nd level spell slot do it, or?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yep. Okay. All right, Miradar, you're like drifting off into space. You see Morgan casting something, and suddenly you're just like whoop, sucked down to the ground. You take the least amount of damage you could possibly take. 3 points of falling damage.
Beautiful.
And you're on the ground. Give me a dexterity saving throw again.
All right. We're going to do better this time. We're going to do better. We're doing slightly better this time. That's an 11.
11 is just enough to allow you to hold on, at least. That's all you're looking
Morgan
for
is
at
just
this
like
point.
hanging on for dear life to the ground, or Miradar is just hanging on for dear life to the ground.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what would happen. Normally, my experiments only have bad effects on me.
All right, we are out of initiative. You guys have destroyed the little gravity dog frog things. And you see Mogmoth up there on the trail, like. All right, you guys gonna head up?
Crawling, army
Yes.
crawling.
Yeah.
3 points of contact, everyone. 3 points of contact.
Nice. Okay, you guys crawl up the trail towards the building, and that's where we will pick it up next game.